What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and today I have a special guest with me, Joseph Powell with Bubble Rock Advisors. Joseph, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. How you been doing?
Pretty good.
Well, Joseph, before the show, we talked about looking at the numbers, and can you delve into that more?
Yeah, so I help small business owners increase profit and gain efficiencies, and I start by just having them look at the numbers because most small business owners don't. You said in an earlier podcast that you recommend people look at their numbers every week, and you said for accountability, and I agree 110%.
So I got it right.
you hit the nail on the head. I like to take it a step further and just start with not just looking at the numbers, but are the numbers that you're looking at right? Can you rely on them? And then once you can rely on them, are you looking at the right numbers? And so that's, I start there, and then I go into cash flow, and most small business owners don't understand cash flow, so I like to introduce that to them.
That's cool. That's so good, Joseph, because you talked about, are you looking at the right numbers? I think that's really important, because just because you have numbers in front of you doesn't mean they're going to tell you what you need to know. Can you talk about too, like why cash flow is important? I know that maybe a lot of people listening might know, but a lot of people who don't. Can you kind of talk about that and why it's important and what it actually tells you in a business?
Yeah, most business owners do what's called bank balance accounting. They look at their bank account. They say, "Oh, I've got $2,000 in the bank. I'm doing good."
That's so true.
Buy the new gadget, or
I have done that.
Yeah. So I'd like to run statement of cash flows for clients, no matter their size, just because you need to know what's coming in, what's going out, how much cash is on hand, and at what time. The goal with cash flow management in the simplest terms is when customers are paying you, you want that money fast. And when you're paying somebody, you ideally want to hang on to it as long as you can. So we look at that and ways to make that effective.
That's cool. That's really cool. Real quick too, you saying that like the bank balance, banking, a lot of small business owners, like I've said, I've done that. What would be a good first step for somebody to get started to actually find the real numbers, to find what they need to do for accounting and money and to get squared away? What are like 3 tips you would offer them to get started out of the gate?
The very first thing, and the basis of all accounting and, even forward-looking finance, however complex you want to get, it all starts with basic bookkeeping. The chart of accounts, which, keeping it very simple, a lot of people don't know what that is. A chart of accounts lists every account that you use, and what type of an account it is. Is it a liability, or is it an asset, or is it an expense? Is it a revenue item? So making sure that the chart of accounts aligns to your business. Are you representing cost of goods sold if you're a manufacturer? Do your chart of accounts line up? Are you looking, maybe you have different service lines or divisions? Are you tracking it by service line, or are you just throwing all your revenue in one account and all your expenses in another? So that's really the very first step, is just making sure that your bookkeeping is clean. Beyond that, there's simple tools, and honestly, most business banks have a cash flow tool in their app. If you can start as simple as that. Other than that, you can call somebody like me, and we'll be glad to help you organize your cash flow and reporting. So,
and you saying that too, just real quick, because we're about to close. Joseph is awesome. So Joseph, like what he does is he specifically comes into companies, creates efficiencies, and pretty much maps out all the money and roadmaps for larger companies and businesses. And so I'm just saying this, if you guys are listening to Joseph, just giving some pro tips for getting started, but this is his art and his craft. Just saying that out there. And I probably should have shipped this up front now that I'm saying it. So,
well, it sounded really good when you say it. So
thanks.
You built it up nice. So.
Well, we are way over. We're 35 seconds over. So, thanks for coming, Joseph. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. And guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.